Grand Rising. Hello, my Crowllies. This is another pop up live stream. Thank you so much for those of you that are already subscribed. That is how you get your notifications on when I pop up for these live streams. I also have another up and coming scheduled live stream on Tuesday. Don't forget to check that out. All right. Um, for today, we're going to see what to expect in the next 48 hours from when you're watching and not when recording. Okay. So, for those of you that are watching me in the replay, hello, my babies. How are you? Comment down below what is your emotion for the day or your emoji for the day. How are you feeling? How have you been doing since the last time you guys seen me? If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, become a Crowley. We love to expand our collective. All right, so let's get started. What's going on? Oh yeah, disclaimer. This does not have timestamps, okay? This reading does not have timestamps. All right, there we go. I just saw angel number 121. So in the next 48 hours, what can they be expecting? What can they be expecting in the next 48 hours? So, guess what? Divine masculine energy. But guess what? That was in the reverse, yo. What to expect soon? Scammy, fraudulent, non-actual divine masculine energy. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we have clinging on. All right, holding on, obsessing, spying. So maybe this masculine energy. Oh snap. Maybe this masculine energy is spying on you. Angel number 222. They're choosing to watch you. All right. In the next 48 hours. So if you disconnected from a particular masculine energy, this is what I'm talking about. Okay. Like you're not connected to this person. You were at some point in time, but you're not connected to them anymore. And so like they're, I don't know, they're doing weird stuff. Okay. Escaping. Ooh. So you escape from this person, you push them away, you block them or something like that, you're avoiding them. It's like, get away from me. I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone. It's this person. Chasing. Yeah, they're chasing you. So you're okay. So this person, I'm seeing the picture. So you decided, all right, I don't want to deal with this person. You're not my masculine. You're not my divine masculine. So you disconnected from this person. And after that, this person started like their energy started lingering or something. Yeah, like their energy started to linger. So from what I'm seeing, their energy is being projected onto you. So think about like a projection screen, right? So when you're projecting image or videos, right, a projection screen. However, we're applying this to emotions. This person is projecting their emotions to you, right? It's theirs, but they're projecting it onto you. They're projecting their side of the story or whatever to you, right? It's almost like this person's making their baggage your baggage, okay, in the next 48 hours. So I will say make sure that you are shielding your energy, shielding your aura, grounding yourself, protecting yourself, cleansing and clearing energies from this person, okay? Because you're trying to avoid this. Like I don't want this. I don't want your energy. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to think about you. Like you're pushing this out. And this person is like pursuing you and like I mean toxicity is here. So you could feel like this person is toxic or you just feel like the chase, the thing that they're doing is toxic. Like it's not cute. It's not friendly. It's not something that you want to do. Okay. Um, let's see what else here. Depth. All right. Awareness, importance, value. So that being said, like this person sees this flame and they want to throw gas on it to make the flame like bigger. I don't know why I saw it that way, but you play with fire, you get burned. I'm just saying. You play with fire, you get burned. And I feel like that's what you're avoiding. I feel like you're avoiding being toxic. Like I feel like you're avoiding being toxic or entertaining toxic encounter, or toxic situations, a toxic relationship. And this is what this masculine is to you. And you're just like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to, stoop to that person's level. I don't want to be your plaything. I don't want to be your toy. I don't want to be your escape. I don't want to be like, I don't know. Like, this is deep, yo. Like, there's only 4 cards on the table. What the heck? Like, all right, next 48 hours boundaries. All right, let's see what your energy is next 48 hours. What's going on? Hopeless. Oh my God. This is a hopeless situation. Like, there's no hope here. Like, I lost faith in you. Like, you just like, I feel like this person triggers you to fall apart emotionally or mentally. It's like a whole breakdown that you have, like, with this non-divine masculine energy. You're not in your divinity. You're not in your divinity. You're not in your spiritual essence. You're not on your spiritual path, and I want to be in my spiritual path, and you're just like in the way. Like you're in the way right now, and I don't want to do that, right? So the next 48 hours is, this masculine energy is getting on your nerves. I just feel it. Okay, we have ecstasy. Okay, I do feel like at some point in time you thought that this was a thrill. You thought that, like, yeah, I want this. Yeah, I want this person. Yeah, I want to engage with this person. I see it in my life with this person. And this is exciting. This makes me happy. This is like an adventure. But like in the next 48 hours, it's starting to be like, I don't like, you need to get away from me. It was a good time that me and you had at some point in time, but now it's not a good time, So this energy can be just popping up in a not so good time. I do feel like something is exciting in the next 48 hours for you, though. I do feel like you're like getting in like getting your mojo back. I heard you're getting your mojo back, your groove back, right? But then this energy just like, I don't know, like it starts to intrude. It starts to like seep in everywhere. You're like, oh my God, you're messing everything up. Loyalty. At some point in time, I do feel like you were loyal to this person, and I feel like you were loyal to a fault. Perhaps you didn't realize that this person was toxic and that the situation was toxic and that you were getting yourself into like a really bad situation, right? But I do feel like in the next 48 hours, what you can expect is like a shift. As you are starting to believe in yourself again, believing in the life that you want to create, doing the things that make you happy, right? You're starting to realize like, wow, like you really took a lot from me. I'm starting to feel like you're regaining trust. Some of you guys could be hanging out with a friend or talking to a friend or something like that. Others of you may have like a pet dog, and you could be like walking your dog or playing with your dog, cuddling with your furry pet. Okay, your furry animal. Okay, what's this? Karma. There's some consequences here. I feel like, all right, we have rejection and past life. In the next 48 hours, I do feel like there's going to be a cause and effect. Some of you guys you may need to pay something, all right, in the next 48 hours. I don't know if that means like you're going to go buy something, or you have like a bill that comes up or something like that and you have to pay it, or you're indebted to someone, okay? Some of you guys have felt at some point in time that you were indebted to this non-divine masculine, this masculine that's not in their divine energy, okay? I'm going to keep saying that because it came up in the reverse, okay? The person that treated you like a pawn, okay? And not the queen that you were. That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like you were tied up in the situation. Like you felt tied. So I feel like this is a woman. This is a woman. You see the hair? That's a woman tied up. Her hands are tied. Angel number 1010. Like my hands are tied. I have to end this. This has to finish. I can't deal with this anymore. I heard that. I can't deal with this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I feel restricted. I feel tied. I need to get out of here. Like heart fog. Okay. So I feel like whatever this person did to you was kind of messed up. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of cards, but I'll take it. That's fine. Hopeless. We have beginnings. The next 48 hours, wherever you felt like your faith was kind of shaky, you're going to start something fresh, something new. All right. We have mistakes, misunderstood, victim. All right. Lost soul. I do see a shift here. I see a shift here in regardings to like you're being more compassionate with yourself. It's okay for me to have made the mistake. Now I'm going to correct it. This person wants to come back around, whether it's projecting their energy and their emotions to me, whether it's telepathic communication, whether it's, this person trying to, taunts me into communicating with them through social media or a social media platform that I'm not really in anymore, or engage with anymore. Like I'm not going to make the same mistakes over and over again. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to feed into that. Right. So I do see a shift there. All right, we have twin flames, mirroring, reflection, shared feelings. So I will say in the next 48 hours, again, with the projection of emotions and stuff like that, the both of you guys are going to be experiencing each other's feelings. And I'm not saying like, oh, you care about each other the same way or anything like that. I'm gonna say that you feel what they feel and they feel what you feel. Okay. Um, and I just want to have a disclaimer at the time of that I'm recording. This is pre-shadow Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde, or Mercury goes into retrograde November 9th, all the way through November 29th. So it's going to be a full month of it and the post shadow period. So just all this energy right now, I would say like a month and a half, almost 2 months from now, even if you're watching the replay, for about 2 months, you're going to be experiencing, like from when you're watching, you're going to be experiencing a lot of, I'm feeling their energy. Oh my gosh, I don't want to be feeling this. I don't want to be in their energy. I don't want them to be in my dreams. I don't want to be thinking about them. I don't want to be listening to the song that reminds me of them. I just don't. I can't. I'm fed up with it, right? So that in order for you to protect yourself, especially in the next 48 hours, for some reason, it's really heavy. Make sure that you do your protection work, your cleansing and stuff like that. Use crystals that um, I'm hearing emotional regulation, help you transmute. All right, help you transmute energies. So basically, if it's a negative energy or it's an unwanted energy, it shifts it into like almost helping you, right? You can utilize rose quartz. Rose quartz is good for emotional regulation. It's also good for healing, especially if you're still healing from the situation. Black tourmaline is good for, transmuting energies, whether it's negative or stagnant, into positive energy. Clear quartz helps your chakras, all of your chakras, clear itself out, hence the name clear quartz. It also helps your chakras realign themselves. Make sure if you've been wearing your crystals for a long time, meaning you've been wearing your crystals for over 2 weeks, or your bracelets or your necklace or whatever that you have that's in crystal form, make sure that you're cleansing them in the next 48 hours, because maybe perhaps they have this person's energy. Like maybe it's soaked up so much of this person's energy that now it's just amplifying their energy. And it's almost like they're just like on top of you. And like, it's like, oh, get away from me. Right. Mirrors could be significant, like cleansing your mirrors, cleansing, what else? Cleansing or clearing. There we go. Clearing and getting rid of any like old energy of theirs. So like anything that they may have touched, any place they may have been, If you have any like pictures or videos or whatever of this person on your phone or on your iPad, or any physical image or any physical item of theirs, it's time to start getting rid of it, especially before the new moon. You don't want their energy to be around you in this new chapter, okay? Especially if you guys are healing. I'm just gonna say that if this is oh my gosh. All right, if this is a twin flame of yours, which I don't feel like it is, I'm gonna just tell you right now because they came up in the reverse. A twin flame is still a divine masculine, okay? A soulmate is a divine masculine. A karmic soulmate is not a divine masculine. A karmic soulmate is a decoy masculine. We're talking about a decoy masculine. All right. This decoy masculine that you're trying to get away from, or you're trying to heal from, or you're trying to restrict access to you because you're in the process of healing, especially in the next 48 hours, I do feel like this person is chasing you. So imagine like, imagine you trying to like run. You're running, okay? You're running away from someone that's trying to hurt you, okay? And I'm not talking about like physically. I'm just talking about like emotionally, spiritually, right? You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to manipulate you or hurt you or whatever. And they're running after you, and you're trying to like to run as fast as possible. You're trying to hide places. You're trying to like put disguises on. You get what I'm saying? Like you're trying to do whatever possible to get away from this person. And this is just an analogy, right? But for some of you, this could be a real life situation. So that being said, this person is chasing you and it's toxic, right? And they feel like this is pursuit. They feel like this is normal. They feel like, the chase of you is normal, like that you eventually are going to get tired, that you eventually going to turn back around, that you eventually are going to give in to them, okay? That's not a twin flame. A twin flame just basically shows you what you need to heal from. They do not create the thing that you need to heal from. That is not a twin flame, okay? Let me reiterate that. A twin flame is not the person that creates the wounds. They're the ones that say, you got a bruise right there. You notice that? Angel number 1717. Hey, I noticed that you have a scratch here. Does that hurt? You have a scar over here. Is that still painful? You get what I'm saying? That's what a twin flame does. A twin flame reveals, like, hey, I'm noticing that you have this trigger. I'm noticing that you're reacting this way. I'm noticing that this may still be traumatizing to you, that this may still be a red button. What do you want to do about that? Right? Versus the decoy masculine or the decoy feminine. I'm not going to discriminate over here. Okay. The decoy masculine or the decoy feminine. Okay, are the ones that create the trauma. They're the ones that create the triggers. They're the ones that are the gaslighters and the manipulators and the soul suckers, the siphoners, the black magic witches, like the people, like the bad guys. You get what I'm saying? The bad guys, right? So in this sense, this is your bad guy trying to chase you, and you're just like, get away from me, I don't want to be around you, oh my gosh, I don't want to feel these things, right? But at some point in time, maybe you made a mistake and thought that this person was your twin flame, and they're not. Okay, they're just reiterating that for clarification. All right, perspective, putting everything, of course, into perspective. You need to clear your headspace. So make sure that if you start to get overwhelmed mentally, all right, this is like anxiety. Anxiety is like thinking about what's going to happen next. Also, like if they're trying to communicate with you, text you, call you, video call, email you, because listen, some of them email, oh my gosh. All right, email you. Okay. I've never heard a case for my clients to say that they sent some letter or a package. I've never heard that. Thank God. I've never heard a situation where my client ever said like, "Oh yeah, they sent me a letter." Like, I've heard emails, I've heard WhatsApp, I've heard social media accounts that they thought that they deactivated, but it wasn't deactivated. It was just they just weren't active on it. Social media accounts that they haven't been on in months or years. that they go back to and they finally start posting and stuff like that, and they just find a whole bunch of freaking messages and stuff that they haven't even seen, or like it's just or they could probably went to the spam folder or something like that. Okay. So some of these things could apply to you, right, in regards to this decoy masculine and the journey that you've been facing. And so I do feel like in the next 48 hours, I do feel like a lot of these things could be, happening. Okay. We have obscurity, so secrets in the reverse, concealing in the reverse, mysteries in the reverse. We are in the phase of the waning moon, so the moon is growing smaller. It is becoming darker because we're preparing for the new moon, which is the darkest moon. It is the dark moon, right? That being said, I do feel like whatever secrets were, whatever secrets this person was keeping from you, you're starting to intuitively pick up. There's some sort of clarification that comes up, all right? Whatever was a mystery gets discovered. Whatever was concealed or hidden gets revealed, okay? In the next 48 hours. All right, we have rejection. I do feel like you're rejecting this person. We have past life. This person, this decoy masculine, has a past life with you. So there's a lot of things that could be happening cyclically in patterns, some sort of karmic lessons that you learn with this particular decoy. Again, they treated you like a pawn from what I'm seeing here. So this is something that could have happened in the past life as well. All right, a lot of deja vu moments with this person. We have possibilities here. This person still thinks that there's a chance. They think that there's still a chance, especially in the next 48 hours. Oh, I'm gonna message them. Oh, they're playing possum. They think of it as playing possum. Like they're gonna get back up again. Time. You're giving it some time. You're putting time to yourself now. All right. You're focusing on the small moments. So you want to be present in the moment. But it's almost like in the next 48 hours, as you're giving yourself time and you're doing whatever you're going to do, this person starts like their energy starts to kind of like wrap around you and stuff. And it's very like suffocating. There we go. Suffocating. You could have felt rejected by this person or discarded from by this person, almost like dismissed, like if you weren't meaningful to this person. I'm also seeing that. Okay. Whatever fears come up for you in the next 48 hours, they're not real. They're not real. It's a projection of this person, angel number 2222, because they're wanting you to make a decision. It's almost like someone, what is that, reverse psychology into making you to communicate with them, right? It's like, I'm not going to talk to you, so that way you're going to feel like you have to talk to me. Or I'm going to, angel number 2233, I'm going to trigger you into thinking that I'm moving on, but in reality, I just want you to say something about it, okay? Stress. All right. Focus on whatever is going to alleviate the stress versus enhance it in the next 48 hours. Again, tensions are going to be high. Mercury retrograde is not to be played with, okay? We're talking about delays. We're talking about miscommunication. We're talking about misunderstandings. We're talking about, well, why didn't you say it this way instead of that way? We're talking about, well, why didn't you just ask? We're talking about like arguments, it has to be my way. No, it has to be my way, like back and forth, disgruntled energy. Okay. So lots of turbulence, lots of tension, do things to decompress. Okay. Then we have sorrow here. I do feel like you're still healing a lot from this situation in the next 48 hours. Again, with that heart fog here, this person has a heart chakra blockage. I will say that they're not aware that they messed up. And even if they did know that they messed up, they're so blocked in their emotions that they can't, they won't even know how to fix things. Okay. They like, this person doesn't know how to emotionally communicate. Like they don't know, like this is like someone that will emotionally communicate anger instead of sadness, or frustration instead of saying, hey, I'm just upset, right? This is someone that will explode and you're someone that will implode. So this person is like, they'll be all of like shouting or throwing things or like basically throwing a tantrum, and you're someone that will self-inflict the pain and you'll say that it's your fault and stuff like that. And that's what I'm kind of seeing here. And that's what you need to heal from the next 48 hours. Expect a return from someone. it won't just be this person. It will be a couple different people, but expect a return. Expect some people to be like, I want a second chance. I want an opportunity. I'm sorry. I want to make amends. I should have corrected, blah, 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 right? And that's besides this person, okay? I'm just saying that, just as a disclaimer, right? So let's see, what else am I picking up here for the next 48 hours? Next 48 hours, what's going on? We have the Six of Swords. There's a transition taking place in the next 48 hours. So pay attention to like what you change your mind about. Okay. If you want to do something and then you end up changing your mind, pay attention to that. Okay. You're leaving this person behind. You don't want to encounter with this person. You don't want a relationship with this person. You don't want to make amends with this person, but this person's in your energy. And so like be careful with changing your mind for the benefit of them and not the benefit of you. Okay. There is going to be some sort of shift in regards to a relationship. There was a lot of turbulence between you and them, and then there's going to be amends being made. Okay. And I'm not talking about the decoy masculine, I'm talking about somebody else. Okay. So if you had like a rocky water situation with someone, something wasn't really going well, and this is like what, a month and a half ago, with a particular person, expect a return of this person. And this could be like you guys start talking again, you guys start texting again, you guys engage with each other again. There's something here where you guys squash something in the next 48 hours. There's a release of emotions I'm seeing in the next 48 hours for you. The Ten of Cups. You're going to be fulfilled emotionally. So even though like all of these things are happening in the next 48 hours, I do feel that at the end of the next 48 hours, you're going to be happy. You're going to be emotionally content. You're going to be in your own emotional energy. So you don't have to necessarily worry about that. Some of you guys are going to be engaging with your family. Some of you guys are going to be happy because you're, whatever's happening with your family, whatever's happening with your family life. You have the Page of Wands. Some of you guys are going to have a lot of ideas, but it's all about pursuing those set ideas. All right. You're going to be very inspired, but it's all about believing in your plans, believing in your, next venture, right? Believing in your next, your next goal, okay? Your next mission, being relentless. Some of you guys are going to be restless, okay? I do feel like something here in regards to a mentor. Some of you guys may need to reach out to a mentor in about 24 hours from now about something. Some of you guys are going to get news about something. Some of you guys definitely messages, not just a message. So there's messages meaning messenger. All right. This could be your messages app, right? So that's usually where your text messages are. Messages app or messenger. Okay. So wherever you get your DMs and stuff like that, that's what I'm seeing. Okay. Something exciting, double excitement here. Three of Cups. You're celebrating about something. You're gathering. So there's a gathering of two or more people here. Okay. That could be like a small family gathering. That could be a friend gathering. That could be like linking up with some people or something like that. That could be friendship here. Okay. Community-wise, that could be either social media or that could be somewhere physical. Okay, you're celebrating something, you're excited about something. The Hierophant is here. You guys are connecting with your spiritual higher self. Okay, there's something that you're doing in the next 48 hours that's a part of your tradition, your belief system. I'm seeing that there's something here in regards to almost like a synchronicity about your past life, maybe like an omen or something about your past life, a synchronicity. Your higher self gives you a download in regards to how you need to forgive or working on trust issues or the type of level of commitment that you want moving forward. So that's coming into the next 48 hours. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Some of you guys, again, I said something about like you may need to pay for something or There could be a bill or something like that, but I also see rewards. So this is like, you know how you go to like a store and you have like a rewards, like rewards points or something like that, or you get rewards every time you purchase something. Like I'm seeing like rewards, so like you know how you go to the gas station, and if you have the gas station card or whatever, you can get reward points, or you can get reward points for, let me see, like Kohl's Cash. Who else does rewards points? I know I do rewards points for my clients when you guys purchase any readings, Reiki sessions, spiritual counseling, mentoring, anything like that. I do offer rewards. I call them loyalty pentacles. That could be significant to some of you. Something like that. And it could be like, I don't know if it could be clothing, shoes, transportation wise. Oh, Amtrak. Amtrak does reward points. Some credit cards do points. I don't know, something like that. Okay, let me see. What else? There's something here. You have a possibility to invest in something in the next 48 hours. Okay, but you're waiting for the right moment. Maybe it's stressing you out because you don't know if you have enough, or you don't know if it's the right time. And your ancestors are saying, listen, don't worry about timing. Don't worry about that. Just make sure that you follow through with this idea. There's some sort of idea that comes through. All right, that's headed your way in the next 48 hours. Something about like you're wanting to create a lot. All right, there's something like a spark of creation. I want to do that. I want to start this new thing. I want to start this new hobby. I want to go to this new place. Ooh, that's a good idea. I should do this. I should do that. Whatever that is, the next 48 hours, go ahead and follow through. Ace of Wands. Yeah, there's something new here. Stop questioning yourself in the next 48 hours. Just jump right in. Don't second guess yourself. Just jump right in. You have the idea, just do it. Right? I want to cook this meal. Go ahead and do it. Go get the recipe. Go, get the secret sauce. Go, do your regimen. Go to the store that you said you was gonna go to. Whatever it is, just do it. Don't second guess yourself. Okay? Because there's something about growth. All right, so there's some sort of spiritual evolution or spiritual growth that's going to take place for you in the next 48 hours. We have the Five of Cups. This is from the past. All right, so again, past feelings, that crying over spilled milk, over the toxic situation. Okay, find peace with it. Find your peace. Make your peace. Make your peace with whatever happened 5 to 6 months ago. And I'm hearing 6.5 months ago. Just make your peace with it. That's it. If you're someone that's more like virtualistic, right? Meaning like you have to burn something, or you have to burn a candle, or you have to bury something, whatever, do whatever you need to do, okay? In order to release this energy, okay? Because you need to find peace. You need to be able to move on. It's okay to go through the period of sorrow and despair and depression and stuff like that, but you need to break out of it in the next 48 hours, okay? You can no longer continue to suffer from heartbreak, all right? The breakup, the abandonment, okay? The negative connections, the discarding events, the not choosing yourself. You can no longer hold on to this, especially in the next 48 hours. Try a new direction, start over, allow yourself to start fresh. Okay, go ahead and do that. That's what you need to do. Next 48 hours, the King of Pentacles. You know what you should be chasing right now? You should be chasing wealth. You should be chasing security. You should be, allowing yourself to be more comfortable, healing yourself to the point of you becoming more comfortable with yourself and becoming more comfortable with, masculine energies in general. Because there could be, maybe you could be triggered because of this decoy masculine, and now every masculine is almost like they're getting the whiplash, the repercussions of that decoy masculine, and it's not their fault. It's almost like, how in school they used to do that thing where like, oh, because because Johnny wanted to be standing up and, running around the classroom and being disrespectful and not listening to the teacher. Now the whole classroom loses recess, right? Now the whole, or only the girls can go to recess and the boys are going to have to sit here in detention, right, through recess, and they can't go, right? It's that type of energy. But for you, it's you're healing because of this decoy masculine. So now every masculine ain't shit. Every masculine is a cheater. Every masculine I can't trust. And that also includes the divine masculine energy within you, because we hold both energy. You can't even trust yourself to lead yourself. You can't trust yourself to create the life that you want. You can't trust yourself to, to create the structure or the stability for yourself, right? So you need to break out of that, okay? You need to break out of the victim mentality. When you're healing, it's valid for what you experience, but don't allow anyone, not just a decoy masculine or a karmic or a decoy feminine, or your twin flame or your mama, your daddy, your friend, your husband, your wife, your child, okay, because children can test you too, and they can create wounds too, okay. Don't allow these external people, all right, these beings, all right, because we're all spiritual beings. Do not allow these spiritual beings to make you feel like you are only a victim, like you will never be a survivor, because that's what you are. You're a survivor. At some point in time, this decoy masculine was the catalyst to you losing your soul mission in your path. And you can't, in the next 48 hours, you got to gain control of that. You really do. Gain control of that. Judgment, okay? So yeah, going back to highlighting when your judgment was the best, right? It's okay to be compassionate for other people and be understanding for other people, but it's also good to do that for yourself too, right? So there's a renewal that's taking place in the next 48 hours for you in terms of your judgment, okay? And your feelings. We have the Emperor here. I do feel like some of you guys could be shifting into your masculine energy. All right, you're being a little bit more practical. Some of you guys could be I'm hearing someone's father figure, okay, could be having a birthday in the next 48 hours, okay. And if it's not in the next 48 hours, it could have been in the past 3 months or in the next 3 months. There's something about 3 months, okay. You're taking new responsibilities. So there's something that you're putting on your plate in the next 48 hours, okay? Stay focused. Four of Pentacles. Some of you guys, there's something that you need to hold on to in terms of your spiritual practices, all right, that you need to continue, all right? Something about the mysteries, the spiritual mysteries, okay? Continue to do that. Being conservative, your spiritual practices, okay? This is a higher, okay, in the next 48 hours, I'm seeing a higher level commitment to your spiritual practices, to your traditions, to your culture, to your belief system, and also to connecting with your higher self, all right? The Ten of Swords. Be careful with energetic burnout in the next 2 days, okay? And again, I wouldn't just say the next 2 days. I would extend that particular message, like I said, for the next 2 months. Because of Mercury retrograde and stuff like that. You don't want to burn yourself out with repeating yourself, or you don't want to burn yourself out with like stressing out about not understanding what someone was trying to say to you, or rely to you and things of that nature, okay? There could be definitely a painful ending that takes place in the next 48 hours. But after it's done, I feel like it's like a one and done situation, right? It's like something completely collapses and then you're just going to have to rebuild from that, okay? The Knight of Swords, there could be, like I said, this is like fast communication. So either you're talking to someone that talks really quickly, or you're having like less than 10-minute conversation on the phone and then click, done. or you're having less than, let's say, 10 text messages back and forth, and then boom, done. Or if you bump into someone and you're talking to them, you're talking to them for less than 10 minutes and then done, right? So there's something about fast communication. Now, if this is talking about the format of the fast communication, we're talking about a fast talker, a small, quick conversation. We're talking about an instant communication, so an instant message. All right. We're talking about an instant voice clip, right? Something that delivers the message very quickly, and that's it. From what I'm seeing, there is something about you looking for the truth. You will find it in the next 48 hours. All right. You could be defending your beliefs or defending yourself or what you believe in, something like that in the next 48 hours. You're going to be thinking very quickly, right? That means there's going to be a lot of thoughts that keep coming up fast, all right, over and over and over again. You're going to have this heightened energy of ambition. I'm going to be able to do this, this, and that very quickly, and you're actually going to follow through. I do feel like you're going to shift into this action oriented energy, right? You're very driven. Your mission, like you're like, there's nothing stopping you. Like there's nobody going to stop you, nothing stopping you. But make sure that you're planning. You're not just doing things just to do it or just like doing things spontaneously. Definitely follow through with your ideas as they're coming in, but make sure that you are also planning ahead, right? You're not just doing something just to do it. You are thoroughly thinking it through and then taking action. So be careful with impulsive communication. Be careful with impulsively reacting, to someone and what they say to you and things of that nature. Make sure that you're thinking before you say something to someone that you're going to regret. All right, especially with that Mercury retrograde energy. Okay. That was your messages. Comment down below. Let me know how that resonates for you. Peace.